I just thought I would go online again. Tired. I wish there was a cheap dessert. There's no cheap desserts. So the 200 yen food use coupon. I could get some at the Gusto. At the moment there's like a 100 yen ice cream, which is great value, but the ice cream is still watery. There's some places that Gusto they serve watery custard, watery ice cream, and the other one they serve nice vanilla ice cream. Side dishes. I bought a. I thought it was like a. I thought it was rice and kalbi meat, which is sweet, nice. It's a nice dish, and it was. It was half price, so I thought I'd get it. I bought it 2 days ago, and then I went home today, put it in the microwave, and realised it wasn't. It wasn't that. It was something else. It was like a thick bacon. It wasn't very nice, but it was half price. So look. Side menus. Yeah, maybe I've been coming on this live stream too much recently. I used to get, you can get a tiramisu next door in this supermarket. A little pot about that big. It used to be 108 yen, and then the price has increased, and it's back down to 108 yen now, 116 yen with tax. But it's, yeah, I used to sometimes bring it in here with a glass of wine. But like I said, this place is the closest place to me, so it's a lot better to come here. But like I say, it is very, very quiet. Hiroshima fried oyster. Just wondering whether to go. I feel a little bit tired. Should I go home and have a nice sleep? I watched the Gemini Man last night. It's Will Smith. It's quite good. Personally, I like he was in a film with Gene Hackman about national security in America. That was quite a good film. So what's happening in America? Is the FDA messing about with this drug? Because sometimes the FDA, if they're not paid enough money, if the FDA is not paid enough money, then they won't get a drug ready, they won't promote it, they won't make it available. But if someone bribes them, then they'll do it. No, you don't think so? No, but they still need, the FDA still needs to approve it, doesn't it? With America's massive population. Yeah, I know, but like I say, but until they approve it, then people can't start taking it. So basically what I'm saying is that the FDA can be a cunt. Oh, he did? Okay, that's good then. Okay, good. So, hopefully then, we can, in the next few months, we can see this fucking problem go away. Hopefully. I think I'll have an early night tonight. I think I was watching TV or doing something until late last night, maybe 12, 12:30. I was watching, there's a show called 15 to 1 in England, maybe it went to Australia, and it was this Scottish guy, and he held the record. Scottish guy, he answered 40 consecutive answers on the quiz. All kinds of fucking questions, all kinds of stuff. I answered a lot of the questions, but he answered every one. But to do that, that must be a world record, where like someone in a quiz answers 40 consecutive questions on all subjects. That's amazing. Go on and Dash. Oh, then they had all these 15 to 1 winners, and then the first subject was fucking history. That was a lot fucking tougher. Go on and Dash with your joke. Yeah, I've heard that one. It's either that one or two Jews. You got to be careful mentioning Jews, haven't you? My mate has just sent me half an hour ago on his feed, and you know in the Japanese fields after straw, they have this straw. He showed you these Scottish people or Scottish tribe, and they were covered in this like rice straw, or very strange. Do you mean between the Jews and the Arabs. Yeah, I know that, but if they leave Israel, then they can't come back or something. Yeah, the Jews are doing to the people in that area same as what the Germans did to the Jews in the Second World War. But they don't like to be told that. So, do you guys know my friend Rick? I don't think I had some mates that went there on a kibbutz, is it? Yeah, the American. So yesterday he tells me, I went to see him. He got to pick up these count counting machines, and he tells me that he's invited this woman to stay with him. And I sent him a message asking how things are. He hasn't been back in touch, so I don't know if she's killed him or what. Yeah, well, this is what we were talking. He asked me if I wanted to shag her instead, but we both, neither of us could get a good fucking bonus on. But like I said, I'll just ask. I've sent him a message saying, ask him what happened, like, see if he's gonna spill the beans. She's 57, 10 years younger. So she says, I want to come down, and she did. Your mum loved Rick. Rick Kessler was cool. At that time, I was infatuated with this gorgeous blonde hairdresser, and also I'd made friends with another girl who was also an hairdresser, but not as pretty. I shagged the less pretty one. Yeah, I just wonder when it'll get back to normal. You know, when people that are chatting up in Tokyo, young ones in bars and things and restaurants, they're just spreading the fucking COVID. I wonder what the take-out menu is. Let's have a look. Then I might what I did do with that other restaurant. They'll to go for the less pretty one as they will try harder. Yeah, it looks like that's where Ivanka. Ivanka's going down there. Maybe to sell cocaine. Can't even fucking see take that one there. I saw Yoshikazu yesterday. I drove past his house. He was in the entrance. He's looking better than he did before. Maybe you've seen my German Santa. That's one of my favorite videos. The German Santa video. You better watch out. You better take care. German Santas. Yeah, the religious freaks from all over Europe have got something to answer for, especially the ones from England. Maybe just one more wine. See my cart. Me, yeah, I'm English. I'm only British if a Scotsman wins a medal at the Olympics. Oh my god, that looks fucking disgusting. Cod roe, cuttlefish and Japanese shisa. I've never seen a fucking more horrible fucking dish. Just look at that. That looks fucking disgusting. Yeah, sorry about that, but it drives me fucking mental when it cuts out this end. Ooh, what's this? Shrimp, I don't know what that's called. I don't want to order that. Shrimp and vegetable. Shit, I'd like to go to America at least once more. You know, and go in like an Italian restaurant and then with like a group of people and then just order like 2 meals and share it between everybody. I remember when we were in Hawaii, they have a big buffet at the Big Pink Hotel on the beach there. Then it was like $10. If you'd ordered like 2 entrees, you could have the. Thank you. You could have the. You could have the buffet for an extra $10. It was fucking massive. It was about like fucking 20 meters long. Just walking around this buffet. And and if you're going to, I think if you're going to a decent restaurant, it doesn't have to be world class, but if you go in a decent restaurant, like the food is really good and the portions are fucking unbelievable. I'd love to do that at least one more time. And all I've got to say about Australia, geek, you've got to watch out for the cunts when you go drinking in the bars. There's just no like in England or Britain. I'm not sure about the other. I'm sure it's the same. Like if you stand on someone's toe or bump into someone or spill the drink, you better fucking apologise straight away or offer to get into the drinking, or it's fucking fighting time. But in New Zealand and Australia, it's like some cunt bumps into you and it's like as though nothing's wrong. Of course there's something wrong, you drunken cunt. You've just fucking spoilt my night. And that's why I was the only guy in Queenstown with a fucking suit on. And everyone else is fucking scrapping. Oh, I'd like to try some Cuban food, that sounds good. Yeah, well, it's a good job to apologise in America because someone's just gonna, if you upset someone, they're fucking back to the fucking car or the house and coming back and fucking put a bullet in you. That's a good reason for fucking getting into some right trouble. Corey Personal, alright Corey Personal. Where's Jason gone to? Yeah. I guess it's very easy to get rid of people in that area. Just fucking knock them out, throw them in the swamp, and the fucking alligators will do the rest. I wish there was a fucking swamp round here. I think I've said before, like it's a good job. It's a good job I'm not in America. Ooh, thanks. Ooh. What time is it here? What time are you done? I don't know what you mean by that, but it's what time? What's that? Let's have a look at me. The phone coming up to 7 o'clock, I think. Oh, it's just after 7 o'clock. I just saw, so I've just got a reply from my mate, and it was like a dish I've never heard of before, and it's a Scottish dish. Where the fuck is it now? Anyways, it was a Scottish dish, and apparently it was like bread and fried dried fruit, and you put it in like in a cloth, and then you serve it with, and you boil it, and then you serve it with custard. And I never heard of the name before, and it just is a very strange name. Where do I live? I live. Did he get some? Who is that? Are you talking about Rick? I had some. We had when we was in. Where was it now? Oh, it was in Guam. We had some jerk chicken or jerk salad. That's fucking really good. Where is he now? I don't know. Jason, where have you gone? Say ho 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 like that. Let your ho be ho. Was Geek turn up? Alright, Geek. Good to see you there, pal. What time's it, Geek? I would make a great drunk Christmas Santa. I'm trying to think if I've actually. I don't think I've been drunk with my Santa costume. Tikka masala. Oh, nice. I have a mate. He works for the airlines. He does the lightning conductors on the airplanes, and he said he made some fucking Indian food, and he says he'll have to invite you over. So I'm saying, Anthony, if you're watching, fucking invite me over. I'll bring some wine. I did a video. What was that video? Repo Santa. Garlic naan. I think I've only had that once. You know what's popular over here because the Japanese cheese naan. They make a round naan and then they put cheese in the middle. You know, I suppose I could try that with. Might be better with cheddar cheese. Oh, that was it. It was cheese and cheddar cheese and the green avocado. It's no good. Now, if it's imported, but a lot of it's got this filler in polyester or something like that. I can't remember now. Probably, you know what I mean. And it's like 20% of the fucking cheese. So if you grill it, it's fucking shite. So you got to try. And it's from this company called Chesco, and it's unbelievably expensive. Be like 100 grams is like 300 yen or something like that. But my mate yesterday, but you can go to Costco and you can get 1 kilo for about 1,000 yen, $10. So that's pretty good. I might actually have that when I get home. I had a 2-day-old bento earlier. The rice was really horribly fucking dry, so I had to shove it in the microwave a little bit longer. And I thought it was fucking, what do you call it? Kalbi, Korean Kalbi beef, which is nice and sweet and beautiful tasty. And it was like fucking thick fucking bacon that wasn't salted. I'm glad I only paid fucking half price for it. You know, in fact, probably, I guess most places in America, you would have like a good delicatessen in the town, wouldn't you? but like not in England so much, unless they were like Italian or German descendants. But like all over Europe, you just get these fucking great shops, these delicatessens. They're fucking brilliant. We don't get so many in England now. Switzerland, I think, makes some really nice cheeses. Leclerc, but I've had that Leclerc with the fondue. But I think I'd like to try it on potatoes on toast as well. But it's expensive. But I think maybe, like I said before, when I had a good salary, eating lots of cheese and fucking meats and wines, and I was getting some chest pains. Yeah, so. Oh, really? That sounds quite interesting. I think I saw a program about when they took some young Amish kids, and did they take them to New York or something like that? But to be truthful, though, I think those kids, we're not just Amish, but any type of strict religious cult from that's a few hundred years old, the kids are more fucking danger of being armed. But even with Catholics, and Scientology and things like that, it's all fucked up, isn't it? In fact, you just get the normal. So, did the Amish start buying cars? Does Uncle Sam want some of that money? But I thought they didn't drink alcohol in those communities. Or they drink it, but they just don't fucking have a fridge to put it in. Yeah, I thought they were like abstemious, those people. Like Geek's abstemious. Well, I guess if there's, I'm just, what about, well, I guess, well, you wouldn't read so much about in India because it wouldn't make the news. But I am sure that if you look in India, for example, maybe Russia, you're going to get these fucking strange outback religions or cults. But of course, in China, they just fucking clamp down on it and turn them into slaves. I don't know. They say maybe there's a million. They've fucking got a million under lock and key in China. The Uyghurs. Uyghurs. I think Jason's like related to those people. I wonder if there's an uptick in cases in Japan, and this is why the restaurants are empty. This is why I like to. 170 new cases in Aichi today. There's 8 million people. They go to the bar to drink. Well, it's a fucking great place to go, though, isn't it? Yeah, you just got to wonder, are those, are the kids safe in those communities? I can. I think Kent is in South Africa. Yeah. I rented out a drill today. Did you see that earlier? I went to get this drill. Been 3 times in these last few days. They didn't have the drill. And then I thought, well, I wonder if they'd made a mistake. Stop me if you've heard this one. So I went back inside and says, look, you've got this. It says it's rented out. Can you just make sure? She went and checked. It wasn't rented out. They had not removed the fucking docket on the fucking front board. So I was fucking furious. But so I've been using that a lot of the day, the drill, taking machines apart. And if I'll put it in the house now, so I've got some like circuit boards to take apart tonight, maybe while I'm watching TV. Yeah, it was. But I just wondered like how many fucking days it had been like that. Because as far as I know, I was probably the only person that was actually renting it. And it's not very cheap. It's 330 yen for 3 days. But it just makes, once I get cracking, it's like it's a battery powered thing. So I'll be going to the warehouse tomorrow, and I've got loads of fridges to take apart. And these are the one these cam counting machines. But I am, they're quite heavy, and I guess I can't see anyone buying a fucking second-hand counting machine, because I guess that they do have if you're using these like fucking 12 hours a day, and you're throwing all these coins onto the rubber matting, I can't see them because it's like a soft rubber, so I really can't see these machines lasting long, or they need maintenance. So yeah, did I? Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, or I just broke it up. But really, you don't want to mess about with a pachinko machine, because there's not a lot of fucking. They're mainly plastic and wood, so I might have got a pachinko machine in the house. I was thinking of shipping it to my brother that can't. So, but like I said, there's not a lot of scrap value in those things. There could be value in them as like a collector's item or something to have in the house. They don't really wear a lot of the pachinko machines. These counterpointing machines weigh a lot because the frame is very sturdy. So it's very strong metal inside. So these are quite. Most of this is most of the weight is in the metal. That's quite good. Now, before, what they used to do is they had this thing called zapping, and zapping means it's like steel. It could be steel, copper, brass, wiring, and some plastic. And they would, like, for example, like a sewing machine or washing machine or a. But since China stopped taking in plastic a few years ago, the zapping market just disappeared. So there's no value for these they're just mixed materials. But they did get as high as like 40 yen in the heyday, 40 yen per kilo. Which means that, for example, an amplifier, that would be zapping. It just means you don't have to mess about breaking it up. Like a light fitting, that would be zapping. But now those are just, they won't, you have to break it up yourself. There's no, they won't take them as they are. So individually, it's 28 yen for the steel, 190 yen now. That's gone up in price for the wiring, and then some places the transformer it's 28 yen, other places it's zero. But if you take it in just like that, it's zero. They won't give you any money. But now, if you a computer, for example, if you've got like an old computer, a desktop, a box type, desktop type, they used to be worth 1,000 yen. Now they are worth 55 yen. The price for a computer went up 5 yen the other day. So basically, they're worthless. So something that may have cost like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, it is now worth. It is now worth fucking 50 yen or 55 cents. I'm trying to find a Dell. I need some like Ichigiga memory things. What do you call them? Those little strips, memory strips. I tried to buy some the other day, but it wouldn't accept my debit card number. Someone dropped a fucking computer outside my house 3 days ago. The computer, keyboard, and fucking screen. Fuckers. So I don't know whether to like plug it in and see if it's actually working. But when I was trying to give a computer to my kids and wife, they wouldn't fucking take it. They're just not interested. I bought a fucking Dell laptop. I haven't even used it yet. There is if they are in mint condition. I think I actually had some of those, and I used them. I don't know for World War II, but I did have some old notes, and I did use them. You can take them; they'll take them as currency. Yeah, those were the notes they made there for their own communities. Yeah. Yeah, if they're not, I was in touch with someone, an American guy in this area, and if they're not in mint condition, then they're not really worth anything. But, but I found, I took away an old till, and I found like a few spent them at the shop. They just took them. I had, uh, I had 160,000 yens worth of Arab money, but it was out of date. I managed to sell them to my friend. He could only change them in Doha because those notes are no good. That's what I told. Well, they are good, but you got to go to Doha to change them. Smartphones now, they're buying smartphones. Well, it depends how new they are, but generally it's like, I don't know, so much per 100 grams. Yeah, I guess you're getting to collecting things like that. You've got to be really lucky to get something, but you just got to keep on checking. There was a 1933 penny, and as kids we knew it was worth £10,000, so we were always. But I think basically they knew where these pennies were, so you weren't gonna fucking come across them. Yeah, I was watching something the other day on YouTube, and it was about. It was people that had found things at an auction, or they took them to like a road show, and there were some very expensive things. But what if one of the notes was worth? I don't know. I had to sign in and out again. Then. It's always good to check. Even now in England, there's like 50 pence pieces and £1 coins. And they say sometimes those are expensive. They have some unique value to them. Mickey Mouse, a rogue trader. Yeah, I guess it's going to be so rare you can actually get some. Yeah, no, there. But if it's like, several $1,000s, then it's worth. Then it's worth like looking into. I've got some very old stamps, Japanese stamps, but I'm not sure if they're worth anything. Do you know why they put the Queen's head on stamps? Is that to that question? How many people watching? 4 people. Okay, they put the Queen's head on the stamps because if they put her bum on the stamps, no one would lick them. Well, I guess maybe a few would. Do you think the Queen and Prince Philip they have help getting bathed and showered and things like that? Because a lot of people, aged people, they do slip. They do slip in the bath, don't they? She's getting on now, 93, 94. Prince Philip, 99. So, who do you think is the first going to go to jail? Trump Senior, the boys, Ivanka, or Ivanka's husband? Yeah, it's horrible. I didn't used to like the royals, but when you get older, you realise they are probably good value. I wouldn't envy their lifestyle, really. Having to go to all these functions. You have to do all these fucking silly things. Cutting tapes, digging some earth. Nearly nodding off there. I remember once nodding off when I was teaching man-to-man in Tokyo. I woke up and this young man's just looking at me. And yeah, he's been someone was talking about him in the news the other day. But he did forecast a lot of shit, David Icke. And I didn't know him as a footballer. But some of the other stuff that he's coming out with about fucking Queen being a reptile, You know, that's where he's made a mistake by coming out with that shit. The Queen's a reptile. Ooh. You actually love the Queen. Okay. I watched The Crown. I've only watched The Crown. I watched the first series with the Manchester actress. I fucking loved her. She was great. I forget her name now, but she was also in a. She was like there was a Swedish thriller, and maybe she was a. It might have been a comic or something like that, and it was like a female agent, and that was very, very good. That was on Netflix, and it was the girl that played the Queen in the first series. No, The Crown is the first one because they were quite true. Brought back, because as a kid, it brought back a lot of memories. I had a bottle of beer in a previous place. I went to check on the news, and I had some. It's called arare. It's like little snacks with peanuts, and I'm tasting those as a burp now. Yeah, I was when I did Judge Dredd, I saw him on the set in the canteen. They were making Mad King George at the same time, 1994. But Nigel Hawthorne, fucking brilliant actor. If you don't know, you should watch Nigel Hawthorne in the series called Yes Minister, Yes Prime Minister. He plays like a civil servant. Fucking hilarious fucking character. Yes, I did Judge Dredd, and someone. Armand Assad. You know something? I don't remember seeing that guy because I was only there for a week. But I do remember seeing the small guy from Saturday Night Live. I do remember seeing Ian Drury and the woman that was in it, Lane, and I was in a scene. So I was directly in front of Sylvester Stallone for about 7 seconds in the scene, and he's a very nice guy. He was talking to all the crew, and to the extras and to the other actors. You know. He's very nice, but he's not very. I think he had special shoes on, and the reason that I was chosen because I was 5'8", and so he could, because with his shoes on he was like a little bit taller than me. Yes, I was in the film. I was in about 4 scenes, but you could only see me in the main scene. When when he gets jailed, and then we're all transferred to the ship, to the ship to get transferred to the prison. But he gets shot down, and there's part of the film where after the crash, and then there's like 3 or 4 characters, and where they filmed this like looking out from this like cave or wherever, and that was in a fucking car park at Shepperton Studios. That was really strange. Because I'd seen that in the car park, and I didn't see it again until I watched the film. Yeah, like I said, I never saw that guy. I never saw that guy. Yeah, the next film, because I just went to the job centre, and I took my mate with me, and he drove me there, and then when we went to interview, and he got a job as well, so that was great. So we could both. It was like 1 week. It was 1 week we did the shooting, and we did a night scene in Battersea Power Station. But like I said, I've talked about this before on these live streams, and but one of the great things about that was listening to the stories of the other extras. Some of these extras, that's all they did. They just went from film to film. The next film at that studio was Bond. Was the James Bond film. But me and my then wife, we were flying to America. We were flying to America and then Hawaii on our honeymoon. So I don't think she'd have been impressed if I'd have said, no, let's cancel the honeymoon and I want to be an extra in a James Bond film. But a lot of fucking films are shot, a lot of films are shot at Shepperton Studios. I can't remember what it was. I think it was the film with Hal Berry. I think it was that one. Pierce Brosnan. Oh dear. Yeah, I would recommend that to any young person trying to get on as an extra. But obviously, if you're in good shape and you're not too bad looking, maybe then the chances are going to increase of getting spotted. But like if it's a film shoot when there weren't all that many extras. No, I've tried. I did try, but they wanted you to work for like 666 yen per hour. They just wanted to. They didn't split the money up correctly. Yeah, I've got a friend. He was in this area. They did the NHK. They did a documentary on the Second World War, and I know a few people who did that. And but the thing is, I had the beard. I couldn't really fucking. There's no call for a fucking soldier in the Second World War with a beard. So, but I had a friend who did it, and I've seen photographs, and he played a sergeant, and they got the old brown uniforms on. Yeah, no, one or two people that have got, like I say, got extras parts. And I think one guy actually came on TV, but he was a right cunt, a fucking dub fiend. Right then, last alcohol drink. The great thing about this, I'm back in now at this place, and the great thing is they just give you a really full measure. 99 yen, which is about $1. There you can see. There you can see it. You see that? Glass wine, 99 yen. Decanter, that's about 5 glasses, 399 yen. I don't know if you saw that, but I was just showing you the beer there. And like I said, from 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock, a beer is 200 yen. And I can't remember exactly what's my record for beer. It might be 4, or maybe 4 beers. But I think maybe the most wines I ever had was like 8 wines, 8 glasses of wine. Thank you, you're so lovely. No, let's just check. Okay. Thank you. How much is it for a glass of wine in South Africa, Ken? Maybe when I go home, I've got two I've got 2 thick slices of bread. So in Japan, when you get a loaf of bread, there's like 4. The thickest is like that, and there's like 4 slices in it. And if it's thin bread, then there's 6. Oh no, sorry, the most is like 10 slices. Yes, I did. Do you get any special deals on wine? Don't forget, this is a very special deal. There are other, in a bar that would probably cost like $4, $5. But in the family restaurants, there's another family restaurant, same thing, $1 for a glass of wine. Maybe they don't expect you to have like fucking 5 or 6 or more glasses of wine. I'll repeat that. It's a box wine, so they can still make money. What is that? 60 rand? Is that what? You can also get a glass of wine for $1. In a family restaurant, or what about a bar? If it's the same price in a bar, I'm going to South Africa. Hello, Zoo, the Fox, whatever your name is. Shanty towns there. I don't want to go to any shanty town where they make their own, especially South Africa or Africa or India. They also make it in Ireland as well, poachine. They make their own, I don't know, is that fucking, I think is that white whiskey or something? But it does lead to death and blindness. I went blind once in New Zealand. We went to visit an Austrian guy, not Hitler, and he had his own piece of land, and we drove down to the bottom road off the fucking property, and my mate says, "Can you drive, because you're going home tomorrow, and if you get caught, it's okay." And then I said, "Yeah, sure." I said, "Alan," I said, "we've got to stop driving." And I says, "This is why." I says, "Because I can't see." I literally went blind with the alcohol. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we don't want drinks like that. When I first came here to this area, when we were teaching, we would always have like a backpack with us, like a rucksack. Not a big one, but that's what we'd put our teaching stuff in. So we never really lost anything. But because I was teaching, then we'd have to teach, and we'd go to a bar or a restaurant with the students. So it was very, very rare that I lost anything. Who was that? Zulu or the Fox? Yeah, I watched that with the Charlize Theron a few weeks ago, where she's a time traveling superhero fighter. That was quite good, that film. I've got about 3 bad teeth in fucking the left hand side of my face. But I don't know. But I was thinking of, like I said, I rented a drill today, so I'm thinking of when I go home, is like these got these security units, and inside the security unit is circuit boards, but I just need to split them up. It's not great, they're not valuable, but I guess if you get like a lot, some of them are like 400 yen up to like 1,000 yen per kilo. So but you need like quite a few to make it worth going to the place to sell it. But for example, the motherboards from computers, they're not a bad price, or they used to be okay. But all the prices are rising now, which is great. Which is a good sign. It's a good sign for business. You know, like if scrap prices are rising, it's a good sign. You things are being getting built and things are being torn down. People are wanting, people are wanting iron, people are wanting copper. So it's a good sign for the economy. So. But what I was surprised the other day is it's gone up recently from 18 yen to 28 yen per kilo for steel. And I was very surprised when my mate Geek said that in America it was like 40 yen per kilo, which is like 25% or maybe 30% more. So it's a good sign for America as well, I guess. In England, my cousin's son, he's also into scrap, but he says it's very poor there. It's not very much in England for scrap. Why did you ask the same question twice? I did reply to that question. Recently in America and England and Europe, if you're putting your uncle into into care, they were going to get the fucking COVID. And it's no, I would have no idea. I have no idea how it works over there, or even over here, or even in England. So, but I'm sure that they're professionals, and they'll look at your uncle and they'll just make a decision whether your uncle needs full-time care or whatever. But I've never had any relative in care, so I wouldn't know. Even my uncle is 87, I think, and he's not in care. My mother-in-law is 80. Is she 83? Or maybe not, she's not 83, 15. She's maybe 77, 78. But she's at home. She's got Parkinson's, so. I just saw this guy now. He was I don't know if he was 93 or even older, and he was walking 6 miles a day. This is a man in his late 90s. To see his wife was in hospital, and he was getting there by walking 6 miles a day. I thought that was fucking amazing. I just wonder if this week. So sometimes I like this xylitol chewing gum. I like to chew that and to makes the pain go away or reduces the pain. But like I remember seeing some, I don't know if there's films or situations, especially in America, they start out drinking, let's say 8, 9 o'clock, and then one guy buys say there's 4 guys, they buy 4 beers, then a round of shots, and then the next guy does the same thing. I thought, well, that's a fucking quick way to get fucked up and also fucking lose your money. If you want to do shit like that, you've got to go, you've got to be in Japan and go for all you can drink. When I was a kid, or 18, 19, 20, I would like take a small bottle. I think it was Southern Comfort that I had, and I would drink that either in the pub or on the train, on the bus on the way up. But really wouldn't drink shorts. Just drink, beer or cider. And and I think in Europe there is a big problem with young people. This is like, when I say young people, I mean like 20 to 35, and there's a massive problem where they are dying from liver cancer because simply they're just drinking too much, and like every day, so just fucks up the liver, men and women. So, but you got to look at it, when a government's going to give people something to look forward to live their lives. And the big problem today is that there's just too many companies that are not paying taxes. See, they think they're some kind of demigod. They really do. They think they're very special. But it's only because of either they've got a fucking corrupt fucking contract. But this is what should happen to make it work properly. And they did it in England when Starbucks wasn't paying its taxes. Everybody just stopped going to fucking Starbucks restaurants. This needs to happen all over the world with all products. When these companies are abusing their power, they're abusing their products or customers, just gotta say fuck you. We're not gonna fucking buy your stuff. We're not gonna buy your shit. We're not going to use your product. We're not going to recommend or fucking pass on your product. Fuck you. And this is the only way to fucking stop these megalomaniacs, without a doubt, because they can't make you buy their products. But unless people get together and stick together and realize this is the only fucking way. If you look at Bezos, he's not fucking paying taxes, he's deferring his fucking taxes. So if he defers his taxes, what that could mean is that he's waiting until like someone favourable, someone that can be bribed, some that can be worked or used to like cancel those taxes, because he's just a fucking megalomaniac. He just wants to be the richest man in the world, despite what the troubles his staff and customers are going through. We've got to stop people like this, without a fucking doubt. He needs a bullet in the head. It's not that they can afford the best taxes. They have people that work in government that are writing. They have people that are working for their companies. They work for Amazon and other large companies. They are writing the fucking tax laws to benefit their own companies. The politicians are. So when they say you wouldn't pay tax if you could get away with it, they're writing their own fucking laws to benefit them. They're paying taxes, and in the 1950s in America, they were paying, I don't know if it's like 40 to 48 or 62% tax, corporate tax. Now it's something ridiculous like 20%. And this is what is fucking up America. It's also fucking up the world. We've got to stop. We've got to fucking rein these people in. We've got to jail the politicians, put them in the same fucking cell with these people that aren't paying their fucking taxes, and fuck them up the arse as well. But of course, that's too commonsensical. Well, just shoot the tax lawyers. Yeah, Delaware, yeah. A lot of companies are registered in Delaware, aren't they? Where is it? There's a country that's they register all the shipping, and when something goes wrong, they want the fucking American government to fucking protect them. Is it Panama? Yeah, that was the fucking most disgusting thing I ever saw recently. The Catholic Church got they don't pay tax, but they got a $1.6 billion refund because of COVID. Can you fucking believe that? Can you fucking believe that? And the Catholic Church was fucking paying off so much money to families and children that have been abused by the fucking priests. What's this going to do? They're going to fucking use this money to fucking bribe, to pay for court cases. And you had Donald Trump paying what, $750? Waitresses fucking pay more money than that. Well, they're talking about now the French Prime Minister Sarkozy. They look like he's getting a 4-year jail sentence. They should put fucking Trump in prison with him. They can be fucking bum chums. Yeah, maybe I'll have an early night tonight. I forgot about that toast, haven't I? Yeah, did you see that crazy guy who was fucking laughing when they said Joe Biden was president-elect? These cunts are fucking evil. The greed is unbelievable. Asking the congregation to buy them a fucking jet. This is why I said that I would ban religion. That's what they're doing in China. They should do the same thing in America. Either fucking drop the religion, or we're gonna fucking put you in a prison building fucking Mormon Bibles. Of course, that's where the money is. I bet now that Robinson, is it Pat Robertson? I remember there when I was there like fucking 30 years ago. I couldn't believe it actually when I was watching on TV the adverts, and I phoned them up and saying, look, I'm going through a bad time, can you send me some money? And they kept on showing, taking calls. You got like 10 people on a screen taking calls. It's the same fucking, I bet it's the same footage they're still using phones from the 1960s and 70s. They're fucking corrupt, they're fucking evil, and they're bad for America. But the problem is, the politicians want them because they believe that these leaders can deliver votes to keep them in a corrupt power. But too many Americans have been fucking brainwashed. And I suppose we English people, we can take some responsibility for that, for kicking out the cunts on the fucking Mayflower. We kicked them out. We know what stupid cunts, what cunts they were 500 years ago. 528 years ago, we kicked them out. You know, when they left England, they had to pull into another port 30 miles away because they were so fucking inept. They couldn't get 30 miles away from the shore. They had to pull in again to another port to get the fucking boat repaired. Well, might go and get a small can of beer. Get them fucking. Get those cheese toasters going. Do you have cheese toasters in America and South Africa? I think sometimes if you get a slice on top, a really fucking thin slice of tomato, that's nice. In Wales, they have something called a Welsh rarebit, but I'm not sure exactly what they put on the cheese in Wales. Hey, Robin. Come on, Robin, let's fucking win that lottery on Friday. Is it a carryover for Friday? You call it a what? Can't fucking read that, pal. A brahoodle? Is that Dutch, is it? A bale bruge. Yeah, I think that in maybe Wales they put a little bit of fucking mince on it or something like that. Would you know what a rarebit is, Robin? Isn't it 180 million now? Put that money on. If we win, Robin, we'll buy a fucking island somewhere. Yeah, I think I've got to start instead of. I think recently I've been coming into the restaurant at 5 or 6 o'clock, and I've got to stop doing that. Yeah, cheese on toast. But like I said, I think in England we just settle for the fucking cheddar cheese. No, I've had no white cheese. It's all from America, from Costco, and so just had cheddar. And but I guess it'd be nice to have some white Cheshire. But I just wonder, like as I mentioned, like a slice of thin tomato. But I just wonder what other stuff people put on their cheese toasties. I guess. I think over here they use like cheese on naan bread, on naan, but I think they use the fucking cheapest, shittiest cheese. How many wines did they have? Well, that's good, only 3. I was going to make a video tonight about my brothers being cunts. Looks like I'll have to put it off for another night. How many numbers are you going to put on Friday, Robin? I'm trying a new tactic now, whereas put on the lucky dip as soon as possible the next day, so no one else can steal the lucky dip numbers. And I think that worked. I got like I got about 3 numbers on 2 lines, and then I got 3 numbers and a bonus number. I got 1,300 yen. It's called Ned something, and it's about an Irish guy that wins on the lottery in his village, and he has a heart attack. Okay, Rolt. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be on tomorrow morning, pal, but I've got to go to the warehouse and break up about fucking half a dozen fridges. It's going to be a nice day. It's not a lot of fucking weight, that, is it? No, I didn't. But what I did, there's a book you can buy, and apparently in England, there are continually people that have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lots of people have that because they think that those numbers are going to turn up. There was an American lottery, and the same numbers came out twice in like 2 weeks. So the numbers came out 1 week, and then the exact same numbers came out 1 week later. Yeah, there was one fraud, wasn't there, in Liverpool, where this guy, he gave him I think he had cooperation from someone on the inside. But I don't want to check drawn on my balls. Yeah, there are numbers, aren't there? But they don't always turn up. I think another good one is the most triple numbers that came up. For example, like 1, 13, 25, and they come up. That was the most triple that came up. But even if you add that, the most common triple, it's still difficult to fucking find the other 3 numbers. Isn't that strange? That number 13 is the least No, it's the number that least the balls or the machines throw up. Could it be fixed? Isn't it more likely that the lottery's fixed than in the West? The unluckiest number we know is number 13. Isn't that fucking strange? So maybe what I should do is check on the Japanese lottery, because in Japan and China as well, the unluckiest numbers is 4, because 4 in China and Japan is pronounced shi, and shi means death. Number 9 is also an unlucky number. So what I should do is check on all the lottos here and see if number 4 is thrown up the least. And if number 4 is thrown up the least, that would be so fucking strange. So I'm guessing this 180 million jackpot, that will be the biggest ever, yeah, Robin? When we win it on Friday. I don't know, the last time I checked if you invested into the country in Japan, you could get like a 4% on your money. So if you put in 100 million yen, you could get 4 million yen on your investment. These are buying like Japanese bonds. And I think in England, I read something yesterday that it's like 1.5%. Yeah. All right, Ken, take care, pal. Good luck with your meeting. Very empty in here, Robin. $570 new cases in Tokyo. What about that fucking what's his name? Is it Hamilton? The F1 racer got COVID, and he should be as fucking fit as a fiddle. You wouldn't. I think he's 35, so you really wouldn't expect someone in that stature and that fitness to like get this, or to be knocked down by this bug. Getting a bit of headache. I don't usually get headache. Right, Robin, I have managed to keep my spending down today. Oh, fuck, man. 300 yen. I was alright. Like this one, I tried taking apart these count coin machines. I took apart two. Then I ran out of gas. So while I was waiting for the gas guy to come, so tins. So I got about 9,500 yen altogether. So it wasn't too bad. If I can do another similar amount, so I've got to. Like I say, I've got to get a notary to say just to confirm that my passport is genuine and my water bill is genuine. So that costs 10,000 yen. So